on epb.com/energypros and call 423-648-1372 to sign up for levelized billing.
Say hello to a smarter cat litter. Pretty Litter's silica crystals absorb odor to eliminate it. Color-changing technology lets you know when your cat might be having health issues, and it's 99% dust-free. Go to prettylitter.com to try the world's smartest cat litter today.
If you are in the habit of leaving your house in the morning with dishes piled in the sink or coming home at the end of the day, everyone drops their backpacks and their coats on the floor and you step over it to get your way into the hallway. First of all, you know you're not alone. Your best friend just won't admit that she does the same thing. And you are in luck because we have help for you on the show this morning. We are so happy to have Natalie Davis and Morgan Holmes. They are friends from elementary school and they are the owners of Styled and Organized Systems to help us do just that. So good to see you.
Thank you for having us.
My house no longer looks like the backpacks dropped in the hallway, but you know, it used to just be that that's what you do because you got a life to live,
so
right, Morgan?
True. Life moves so quickly.
Yeah.
And that's just what we aim to do, is make your life more efficient. So that's kind of our tagline, is curating your most efficient lifestyle.
That efficiency is no small thing, because if you live in a disorganized way, Natalie, your mind feels cluttered too.
Absolutely. And that's what we say, you know, you get up in the morning and you want a fresh start. You want to walk into a beautifully organized closet. You want to shop your closet. You can say, hey, I want to wear a brown shirt today, and you know exactly where that is, and matching jewelry. And then you walk out to a kitchen, you know exactly where the coffee cups are. You can start your day fresh and have that clean mind to begin your day.
So everybody wants the Veranda magazine layout of their house to look that way, but then we all live with people, which means it doesn't stay. So you shared some before and after pictures that are very impressive. A, that people were willing to say, this is my real self, and B, that y'all could fix it up so well. So does it all begin with consulting with people, Morgan, to figure out how they live every day?
Absolutely. We do a free initial consultation with all of our clients. And what we tell them is, number one, we're coming in with no judgment. Number two, please don't do anything to the house before we arrive. We want to see it in its natural state. People get very nervous and they start to shove things in other places, or they'll only let us see one room, which you can kind of tell they've tried to move things around. But we ask that that is not the case. We want to see exactly how people are living in their homes and how we can make that more efficient. So it's really fun for us to come in. We take pictures, we take measurements, but we ask a lot of leading questions in terms of who lives in your home, what ages are they? You know, it's very different when someone has young children versus empty nesters.
Big time difference.
Yes.
So let's talk about the young children, because I know one of the pictures you shared is a playroom. At least that's what it looks like to me.
Yes.
So I know when my kids were little, okay, well, here's just the family room. So I guess this has been kind of part laundry day, part after school, part all of it, right?
Yes.
Which can be a disaster because you're in the middle of folding laundry and the phone rings and then you get called away. So how did you go in with that initial, I know we don't look at it anymore, but that initial one with the family room, what did you change with that? Do you remember?
Yes, that was a really big project
That was.
for us.
We did the whole house, and I think, you know, kind of the first layer was taking the trash off. You know, grab dinner because you're busy with sports, so you grab McDonald's, and you have the clean clothes, and everything needs to be folded properly, so you kind of have to do things in layers. And that family was a family of four, and they were busy. They had a busy lifestyle. And so we had to go in and just kind of decide what zones needed to be cleaned and where they needed to have the most impact of the organization.
A family of four, let's speak to this, because I know every mom out there probably has had this moment where you say, I'm on strike, I'm not doing this anymore. Because it's just the never-ending story.
It's so true.
So sometimes you'll work with the whole family, right?
We will, absolutely. Because some people come in and they're like, you know, it is my significant other, it is my children, you know, I'm the only one that's operating in all of these systems. And so when we go in and evaluate and really look at those, we see that, you know, things aren't properly labeled, they're not properly zoned. And so what we do is we come in and set up that solution so that the entire family can kind of maintain the responsibility of keeping it the way that it should be. It's so obvious, you know, as kids grow older, like the blocks go in the block bin, you know, and so we're making these kind of generalized categories. You know, in a playroom, it's going to be, here's the dolls. You know, we're not saying this is just Barbie and this is Minnie Mouse and things like that. We're saying this is dolls. And so that encourages and gives the children autonomy to be able to learn to clean up. And that just sets them up for a lifetime of organization.
But yeah, because then they know, okay, something else I learned about them, fun fact. you, when you were 5 years old, would clean your closet?
You know, I always say my mom never had to say clean your room. I always had an organized room. I was rearranging my closet, rearranging my bathroom drawers, and you know, it's just always something that I have attained in my life to this beautiful organized space, and it's kind of gone with me through life, and so now I've made a career out of it.
And with your Barbie dream home, you did the same thing.
Oh my gosh, yes. There was never like playing with Barbies. It was very much like setting up the home beautifully, making sure like the dishes were in the dishwasher. Like
restyling.
But I think that's such a fun thing that each of us is really born with these kind of innate gifts. Clearly, this is y'all's.
Yes.
But there are some people who were not born with those gifts. So the idea of having maybe their whole house redone is a little bit frightening, because what if they can't maintain it?
Absolutely.
So do you sometimes encourage people to begin with just one area and try to master that?
A lot of people do like to see us in action first. So even though we might quote the entire home, they're like, let's get started in my priority area. You know, this is me waking up in a disorganized bedroom and closet. So let's start there and see how I feel. And 9 times out of 10, we end up doing the rest of the home once they see it.
And you also, I mean, you're not restricted to just the whole closets and playroom thing.
Absolutely.
You work wonders with garages and kitchen pantries.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And kitchen spaces, you know, we want to make sure that your dishes are in the correct zone, you know, 2 or 3 steps away from your dishwasher. Your cooking pans are 2 or 3 steps away from the stove. You know, we
People
really
don't do that?
You'd be surprised.
Okay.
We move things and they say, "Ah, I never thought to put that there."
I will go with that. And I know when we moved a few years ago, I was kind of intimidated because I knew that wherever I put things, it was going to stay.
Yes.
You just don't really change your kitchen around much because that muscle memory
It's so true.
is there.
And we tell our clients too that it generally takes about a week or 2 to get to know your space again. But then you really start moving and working and seeing how it works for you.
Are junk drawers okay?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I like that answer.
Absolutely.
And I will say to the moving aspect of the comment that you made, we can pack you and we can move you and we can unpack you. So that's the best time to get organized, is a brand new space. You don't have any cabinet that's specific to an item. So we can come in and get you organized from the beginning, and so you just learn that new system.
I know that you have like a lot of questions that people answer for you, and you do your own kind of study. When it's all said and done though, do you feel like people understand themselves more?
For sure. There's always an underlying theme. It's not that people are just innately disorganized.
Sure.
A lot of times life happens, and it could be anything from, you know, children going to college and you're an empty nester, or a divorce, or a sick parent. There's a lot of things that happen that affect your home life, and that's your comfort zone. That's where you're coming to just relax and dump it all out. So, you know, when you get off work, or, you know, you get done with the kids, it might be that you just don't have the energy to continue to do those things.
Right.
And so we generally will find that out, even if that's not the first problem that people speak about. You know, hey, I can't keep up with my laundry. Well, then we find out it's because a parent passed a year ago and we're still dealing with some stuff. So through conversation and questions that we're able to ask, we kind of meet people where they are in their current lives and figure out how to adjust their systems.
So when people call you, and we'll go ahead and give you that number, and they begin this relationship with you, are you there at their house just kind of for 1 hour or so, and then like if it was a master closet, for example, how long would you typically be with them, would you guess?
It depends on the size of the closet,
Right.
of course, but a lot of times we aim to have our projects completed within a day. We don't want to leave a big mess for the family to come home to, or after work. We love that kind of grand reveal of things. So we have a very large team that we will bring in depending on how many hours we've allotted ourselves. So with a master closet, it might be, you know, a couple hours during the day. You can go and run your errands and then come back and have like
Your
a beautifully
beautiful closet.
transformed space.
HGTV.
It really
That
is.
is so cool. Okay, so here's the phone number, 504-3686. You also can go online, styledandorganizedsystems.com. And if you have a daughter with a Barbie dream home, watch very closely and see if she's putting the dishes in the dishwasher the right way. Thank you both.
Thank you so much for having us.
Save big at Ashley Home Store's 2 biggest days to save. Save 25% off store-wide with no minimum purchase. Find this queen bed now only $6.99. Or this home office desk now only $4.79. Saturday and Sunday only at Ashley Home Store.
All right, let's go. You're driven by the desire to help other people. That's the most important thing in the world.
Let's do this. I can't get up. Get my arm.
This job is intense and unpredictable. That's what I love about it.
When you put on that badge, you're making a pledge to help people, day in and day out.
We keep going. It's what we do.